there comes a time in every soul's journey when silence speaks louder than words. When the universe whispers something so profound, it shakes you awake. And perhaps this moment, right here, right now, is not a coincidence. Because if you are hearing this message today, it is not just sound reaching your ears. It is energy. It is alignment. It is God's way of saying, I have one final message for you. Listen carefully. There are moments in life when you stop and wonder, where did I go wrong? You look at the road behind you, filled with disappointments, unfulfilled dreams, relationships that fell apart, and plans that never reached their end. You look at all of it and feel that somehow you took a wrong turn, that somehow you have been walking in circles while everyone else seems to be moving forward. But the truth, my friend, is that you were never lost. You were being redirected. Every step, even the ones that felt uncertain, was a part of a map written long before you were born. There is a saying among the wise, the path reveals itself to those who have the patience to keep walking. But when you are walking through the fog of uncertainty, it's hard to see that you're still on the right path. You question everything, your purpose, your timing, your choices. You think, if I had done things differently, maybe I would be somewhere else by now. Yet, what if the place you are standing in is exactly where you were meant to be? What if the delays you hate so much were divine protection from things that could have destroyed you? What if the people who left were meant to leave because their chapter in your book was over? You see, when God writes your story, He already knows every twist and every turn. He already knows who will walk beside you and who will walk away. He knows when to close a door, not because you're unworthy, but because the room behind it no longer matches your frequency. But because you are human, you see only the door closing, not the hallway it is leading you toward. You cry at endings that were really beginnings in disguise. You mourn what was removed, not realizing you are being redirected towards something greater. The human heart resists redirection because it is attached. You get attached to plans, to people, to outcomes. You say, this is how it should go. And when it doesn't, you feel betrayed. But imagine this, you are driving through a storm, and suddenly, the GPS says routing. Would you get angry at the GPS for redirecting you to a safer path? No, you would trust that it sees something you cannot. A road blocked ahead, an accident, a danger unseen. The universe works the same way. When something changes suddenly in your life, a job ends, a relationship collapses, an opportunity disappears, it's not rejection, it's redirection. The redirection often feels like loss because you have not yet arrived at what you are being redirected to. It's in that gap, that sacred in between, where your faith is tested. You feel the pain of the old chapter closing, but you haven't yet seen the beauty of the next one. This is where most people give up. They think, if this pain is here, I must have done something wrong. But pain is not a sign of wrong direction. Pain is the echo of transformation. It's the sound of your old self breaking to make space for the new one. When you plant a seed, you cover it with soil, and to anyone looking, it seems like it has disappeared. The surface looks empty, but underground, a miracle is happening. The seed is splitting, expanding, reaching for light it cannot yet see. That's you right now. You are not buried, you are planted. The darkness you feel is not your end, it is your beginning. It is the sacred silence before growth. There were times when you begged for something to happen, and it didn't. You asked for a door to open, and instead, it slammed shut. You cried, you questioned, and maybe even doubted your own worth. But God saw what you could not. He saw the weight you were not ready to carry, the people who would have hurt you, the situations that would have drained your light. You were not denied, you were protected. And sometimes protection feels like loss because the ego wants what the soul doesn't need. The ego says, I want it now. The soul says, not yet. If you could look back on your life from a higher point of view, you would see that everything that seemed to go wrong actually led you to something right. Every rejection taught you self-worth. Every heartbreak opened your heart wider. Every failure taught you resilience. Every delay taught you patience. Life is not random, it's precise. Every experience is a lesson disguised as chaos. Every person is a mirror sent to awaken something within you. When you say, I feel lost, what you truly mean is that the map you created no longer matches the journey your soul is taking. You made plans based on who you were, but life is shaping you into someone new. So the path must change too. This is why redirection feels uncomfortable, because it requires surrender. It demands that you let go of what you thought your life should be so you can receive what it's meant to become. Look back at your own story. There were moments that broke you, yes. There were nights you cried yourself to sleep, mornings when you didn't want to get up. But did you stay there? No, you rose. Maybe slowly, maybe painfully, but you rose. You adapted. You learned. You kept walking. And somehow, you found yourself in places you never expected. Meeting people you never knew would matter. Learning lessons that shaped you into someone wiser, calmer, stronger. That is redirection. That is grace in motion. There is a reason some prayers go unanswered. There is a reason some doors remain closed. Because if everything you asked for had been given to you, it would have destroyed the version of you that was meant to emerge. The universe does not give you what you want. It gives you what will awaken you. It gives you what will stretch your soul. It gives you what will make you remember who you truly are. You are not just a body moving through space. You are a spirit unfolding through time. Your life is not happening to you. It is happening for you. Every detour, every setback, every loss is carrying wisdom within it. You may not see it now, but one day you will look back and say, if that didn't happen, I would not have become who I am today. That is when you understand that redirection is divine perfection in disguise. The problem is, the human mind wants control. It wants to plan every detail. But the divine works through mystery. It doesn't reveal the whole path at once, only the next step. And that's enough. Because faith is not about knowing the destination. It's about trusting the direction. It's about believing that even when the road curves, even when the night feels endless, the dawn will still come. You were never lost. You were being guided. Through every storm, every silence, every setback, the guidance just didn't always look the way you expected. Sometimes it came as loss. Sometimes as pain. Sometimes as stillness. But it was always love in disguise. Think about the moments you thought were your lowest. Maybe you lost someone you loved. Maybe you lost your job. Maybe you faced betrayal. Maybe you faced loneliness so deep it felt unbearable. But then something changed. Slowly, you began to heal. You began to rediscover yourself. You found strength you didn't know you had. You found clarity. You found peace. That peace did not come despite your suffering. It came through it. The path to your higher self was hidden inside what you once tried to avoid. God does not waste pain. Every tear you've cried has watered the soil of your awakening. Every delay was preparing your character to sustain the blessings waiting for you. If you had received those blessings earlier, you wouldn't have had the strength to carry them. Timing is not a punishment. It's protection. It's alignment. The universe never says, no. It only says, not yet. So the next time you find yourself in a place that feels unfamiliar, remember, this is not punishment. It is preparation. You are not being abandoned. You are being realigned. The universe doesn't make mistakes. It removes what doesn't belong so it can make space for what does. But you must trust the process even when it's silent. You must believe that unseen hands are still guiding you. Sometimes God closes a door because you were meant to build your own. Sometimes He removes people not because they are bad, but because their energy is no longer meant to walk beside yours. Sometimes he delays your plans because he wants to strengthen your faith. It's all part of the same lesson, that you were never lost. You were being redirected toward your higher path. There is peace in surrender. The moment you stop fighting what's happening and start flowing with it, you will see that the universe is not your enemy. It's your teacher. It's always rearranging your life in ways that serve your evolution. You are not behind. You are not off track. You are right where you need to be to learn what your soul came here to learn. So breathe, trust, let go. The redirection you resist today might be the reason you smile tomorrow. You are walking a sacred path even when it doesn't feel sacred. You are moving closer to your purpose with every step, even when the road feels unclear. Remember, the seed does not question the darkness. It trusts that the light will return. And when it does, the seed doesn't just grow, it transforms. It becomes something new, something stronger, something alive. That's you. That's your journey. You were never lost. You were simply being guided home. When life tests you, the first question that rises from the heart is almost always the same. Why me? Why does it feel like the weight of the world has been placed on your shoulders? Why do you keep facing obstacles that others seem to avoid? Why do your prayers sometimes echo back to you as silence? The mind wants a simple answer, but the soul already knows the test you face is not punishment. It is recognition. It is proof that you are ready to be shaped into something higher, something deeper, something divine. If the mountain before you is high, it means your spirit was built to climb. If the storm around you is strong, it means your roots were made to hold. The tests of life are not given to destroy you, they are given to awaken you. Every great soul in history was tested before it was trusted. Fire always comes before purity. Darkness always comes before dawn. You cannot claim strength if it has never been challenged, just as you cannot claim wisdom if it has never been questioned. The universe gives its hardest lessons to those who have the potential to become light for others. There are people who walk through life untouched by deep trials, and you might envy them for their ease. But remember, smooth seas never made skilled sailors. Ease breeds comfort, discomfort breeds growth. The divine teacher does not test you to watch you suffer. He tests you to show you what lies hidden within you. When pain enters your life, it carries an invisible message. You are being elevated. The challenge you face is not there to prove your weakness, but to remind you of your strength. And though you may not see it yet, every hardship is building something eternal in you. Patience, endurance, humility, faith. Think of a sword. Before it gleams, it must endure the forge, the burning heat, the relentless hammering, the plunges into cold water. Each strike, each flame, each cooling is part of the process that transforms raw metal into a weapon of precision. Without the fire, it remains only metal. With it, it becomes power. You are that sword. Every trial is a strike from the blacksmith's hand, not meant to break you, but to perfect you. When your heart feels heavy and your faith begins to shake, remember that you are being sculpted. The universe carves away your fears, your attachments, your illusions, so that only truth remains. And truth, by its nature, cannot be destroyed. There were times you thought you couldn't go on. Times when you were sure the pain would consume you. But somehow, you made it here. You survived nights that tried to end you. You carried on when everything in you wanted to stop. That is the proof. The test did not destroy you. It revealed you. Every challenge you overcome becomes a light in someone else's darkness. You may not realize it now, but one day, your story will be the reason someone else does not give up. The universe never wastes a wounded healer. The ones who have been through the fire are the ones who can guide others through the smoke. It is easy to trust life when everything is going well. The real test is to trust when everything seems to fall apart. When the doors close, When friends disappear, when plans collapse, that is when faith becomes real. Because faith is not born from comfort. It is born from uncertainty. It grows in the space between what you can see and what you must believe. When you are tested, you are being asked a silent question. Will you trust me even now? Will you hold your peace when nothing makes sense? Will you still believe that there is a purpose in your pain? Will you keep walking when you cannot see the path ahead? Those who answer yes with their heart, not in words but in endurance, are the ones who awaken. Every test is a bridge between who you were and who you are meant to become. To cross it, you must let go of what can't follow you, your old fears, your limiting beliefs, your self-doubt. The bridge will shake, it always does. That trembling is not a sign to turn back. It is a sign that transformation is happening. Sometimes you think you are being broken down, but really you are being broken open. Broken open so that love, wisdom, and strength can flow through you. A heart that has never been broken cannot truly understand compassion. A soul that has never fallen cannot truly appreciate grace. The cracks in you are where the light enters. Look at nature. Even the tallest tree must endure wind and rain to grow deeper roots. The seed must split to give birth to life. The butterfly must fight to escape its cocoon. If the struggle were removed, the strength would never form. So do not curse your cocoon. The very pressure you feel is what will give your wings the power to fly. Tests come in many forms. Sometimes they are external. Financial struggles, health problems, loss of loved ones. Other times they are internal. Fear, confusion, loneliness, doubt. But every test asks the same question: will you rise or will you retreat? And the beautiful thing is, the divine does not judge you for how long it takes to rise. It only asks that you do not give up. When you feel overwhelmed, breathe. Take one small step forward. The smallest step taken in faith still carries divine power. You do not need to see the whole staircase. One step is enough. Life rewards movement. Energy flows to those who keep going. Understand that the test is temporary, but the strength it creates is eternal. One day, you will look back on what you thought would destroy you and realize it taught you everything you needed to know. The pain that once felt unbearable will become the foundation of your peace. The tears that fell in silence will water the garden of your wisdom. Do not compare your test to anyone else's. Each soul has its own curriculum. What you are facing was designed with precision for your evolution. It fits you perfectly, even when it feels impossible. Others might not understand your struggle, and that's okay. The mountain they are climbing is not yours. The path you walk is sacred, personal, and exact. When you realize this, the question changes from "why me?" to "what is this teaching me?" That single shift in perspective turns pain into purpose. The same fire that once burned you begins to illuminate your path. The same storm that once frightened you begins to cleanse you. You see, the test was never meant to make you bitter. It was meant to make you wise. Every test brings you closer to humility, the awareness that you are part of something greater than yourself. It reminds you that control is an illusion and surrender is strength. The moment you stop resisting the lesson, the pain begins to ease. Because surrender is not giving up, it is giving over. Giving over your fear to faith, your anxiety to trust, your confusion to divine timing. There is a quiet power in endurance. Not the loud endurance that demands recognition, but the silent kind. The endurance that keeps walking, keeps breathing, keeps believing, even when no one sees. That is the endurance of the chosen. The chosen do not shout about their struggle, they live through it with grace. They understand that every step through fire refines their spirit. If you feel like your life is being dismantled, perhaps it is being rebuilt. If you feel like everything familiar is being stripped away, perhaps you are being prepared for something that cannot coexist with the old. When the caterpillar dissolves inside its cocoon, it becomes liquid, unrecognizable. It must lose its old form entirely to be reborn. That process is painful, chaotic, and necessary. So when life melts you down, don't despair. You are not dying, you are transforming. There is also beauty in remembering that the divine never tests you alone. Guidance is always present, even if unseen. Sometimes it arrives through a kind word from a stranger, through music that speaks to your soul, through a sunrise that reminds you of hope. Other times,